Alright, I got a flashlight here from Brinyte, and this is one of the most versatile flashlights that I have come across. I really like this flashlight. Just to start it out, the magnetic tail cap on it is super strong. I really like that in these lights that have a magnetic tail cap. Now this tail cap is extremely usable on account of it's got a rotating head. Kind of an oddball, but you get used to it. Not sure what emitter's in it, but this thing punches out there, as you'll see when we go outside. It's got a tremendous amount of throw, beautiful light output. Doesn't really seem to dim down a lot on the highest mode. I really like that. Now, I know this is a little bit overload for accessories what it comes with, but this is actually a headband flashlight, and you're going to get the stretchy single band headlight, and you'll be putting it on this clip. And one thing that Brinyte has done, you can leave the back clip on and lock it in. So when you turn it on, whoa, that was bright. Cycle through the modes, turn it whichever way you want. When you want the light out of the clip, just pop it out of there, and it keeps it in there quite sturdy. It's not going to come out. Comes with a lanyard. The battery on it is an incredibly good battery from Brinyte. My guess, maybe rebranded Panasonic or Samsung. Very heavy battery. 3100 milliamps, 11.2 watt hours. I would assume this is a protected cell. The only thing I found on it with this design, I'm wondering, with the emitter getting hot, it has nowhere to go. But so far, I brought it to work. I've used it about a week at work and absolutely no issues. I have rotated this head unreal amount of times, and it's staying quite solid. And it does have, whatever I did with it, magnetic charging with the USB, and it's a pretty fast charger. It's going to come with some spare O-rings, and like I said, the clip for the headband, magnetic tail cap. Tell you what, let's run outside and shine this thing. Then we're going to come in and hit a little bit of specs on it.
Alright, we're going to take this Brinyte and shine it through the modes, but we're going to concentrate on that highest mode first. And this is normal high, and that tree is probably about 70 yards back. Let's try to hit a little farther. That's about 100 yards, about 105 yards of that dead tree back there. And we're talking way down there is about 190. This is just the high mode. That is the turbo mode. And man, does this thing punch out. The little tiny head on there, 1-inch diameter tube, 18650. So impressed with this light. Easily over a couple 100 yards back there. Look at that thing. Sure, it's got to step down. I have not looked at it yet, but we're going to find out. So the head gets pretty warm, and we're going to put the thermal monocular on it. Go through our modes: low, medium low, high, low, medium, medium, high, high. Right there, this mode itself, long run time. And punches out quite a ways. And then into the turbo. Pretty awesome all-around utility flashlight, I would say. I like the tightness of the beam. I'm going to walk down the road, shine this back. incredibly bright beam shot. Double click down into that medium low mode. Double click again into turbo. Alright, I got 5 targets we're looking at here that when nightfall comes we'll be shining flashlights at. And this is probably better than my other setup. They're ranging from 58 yards on upwards to 300. A little barrel, a 55-gallon drum is all the way up next to that woods. Okay, this Brinyte's going to be the first flashlight I'm using in my new spot to see how far these flashlights punch out. Started off with, I'm on medium mode. I'm going to actually go right into the highest mode. I got the camera so it doesn't adjust down. At that 58 yards, hitting it quite easily. At 100, over 100 yards, that tree right there, the green, is a little over 100 yards away. Back further, behind that bright clump, is 158 yards, and up on that hill, them 2 glowing things, is exactly 200. Way back there, which I'll digitally zoom in, is that barrel at 300 yards. Might have tipped over, I don't know. But this thing's hitting everything just good. Look at that. We're going to go through some lower modes here. That isn't the lowest mode, but consider it low. And I can see that pale at 58 yards away. In fact, I can see the outline of that tree pretty good. And we can almost get up to 100 yards. Now, we're at 100. The reflectors are hitting at the 200-yard one. And that is, I think, high or medium high. That's the highest mode. Look at that thing. Yeah, it's hitting that barrel. I'm going to zoom in above that tree. 300 yards away for this little tiny flashlight. Pretty cool though, huh? Alright, you saw the beam shots on that thing. At 1600 lumens, it's going to punch out to 308 meters. And supposedly it drops down after a minute, although I didn't, see a huge decrease in drop down. But on high, 3 hours of runtime, and of course low on through the moon, you're going to get an immense amount of runtime. But my gosh, I really like this flashlight. It's very unique. I sure love flipping it. But you can put it on your shirt pocket, adjust that on the headband, carry it in your pocket, bag it to anything to work on. Good camping light, good light for working on stuff. Now, one thing we're going to real quick do is I'm going to set this up on turbo, and we are going to do a heat signature on it, on my thermal monocular. So, get it started. Point it this way. It's already getting hot. I just started the video. Lay my hand by it. Tail cap's getting a little warm. Yeah, see, all the heat stays up in the head of it. I don't know if that'd be an issue down the road or not. Hard to hold my camera steady with a monocular. Doesn't seem to be getting much hotter.
Yellow's hot here. It's pulling a little bit of heat to this top part. Pretty neat. It does get quite warm. I'd say about 118 degrees tops. You know, not too much to worry about. That's pretty nice. Pretty awesome little light. It already cooled off quite a bit. Function-wise, turn it on, it's got memory. If you're to hold the power button down, you cycle through the modes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 modes. You double click, you're in the low mode. Double click again, you're in the turbo mode. And if you hold it on, you get your Firefly. Extremely long runtime. Double click, turbo. Down to the lowest mode. Simple UI. Extremely bright. Extremely long throw on that thing. Over 300 meters out of that flashlight. Now, I'll provide the link down below for it. And hoping to grab another higher end Brinyte to do a review on. We'll see how it goes. Quite a wicked, versatile headband slash flashlight slash work light. There you go. Brinyte HL18 Noctura. Till next time.